Hi there, welcome back for another market glance, a Forex outlook brought to you by Dukascopy TV and investing.com. First up for this market glance, we take a look at Asian shares, and early on Monday morning, they're mostly down as Chinese manufacturing data has shown signs of slight easing. In January, the HSBC manufacturing PMI came in at 49.7, lower than the flash estimate of 49.8. One economist believes measures need to be implemented by the Chinese government, outlining, "We think demand in the manufacturing sector remains weak, and more aggressive monetary and fiscal easing measures will be needed to prevent another sharp slowdown in growth." Looking specifically at the markets, the Hang Seng Index went down by 0.45%, with the Shanghai Composite dropping 1.59%. In contrast, the Nikkei gained slightly by 0.54%. Next up, and despite China seeing weaker manufacturing data early on Monday, the Aussie dollar has held its ground and kept the gains caused by the Australian manufacturing PMI. This saw the January figure rising 2.1 points to 49. This figure is still in contraction but has beat expectations. The Aussie dollar US dollar pair traded up 0.21% at 0.7782. Elsewhere, the dollar yen traded at 117.54, up just slightly by 0.03%, and the euro dollar pair traded at 113.22, up by 0.31%. Now, the US dollar was down against most of its counterparts last week as the GDP data that came in showed weaker growth than expected for the fourth quarter, with the figure dropping to 2.5%. Now, as we take a look at oil, the China manufacturing data has had an impact here as well. Crude oil prices in Asia smartly fell early on Monday. On the New York Mercantile Exchange, crude oil prices for delivery in March hit $46.80 a barrel, down by 2.99%. Last week, prices rallied by 1% off the back of a weaker dollar. However, prices continue to get closer to a 6-year low as worries over a global glut continue. And to end this market glance, we take a look at gold. The price shot up by more than $20 on Friday after the US growth figures were released. On the COMEX, gold futures for April delivery went up by 1.86%, jumping by $23.30 to hit $1,279.20. Now, despite these gains, last week was actually the first week gold ended at a loss in a month, ending the week down by 1.11%. Also on the COMEX, silver futures for delivery in March went up by 43.5 cents or 2.59% on Friday to settle the week at $17.20 a troy ounce. Well, that's everything for this market glance. Thanks for watching and make sure you tune in next week. Goodbye.